Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 11 of our Hydroneer playthrough. Now I did finish hollowing out a little bit back in the back, so we should be able to start our section of our T3 build right away. I also pulled our pipes down from up above. So you can see I've got quite a bit hollowed out back here. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do here. Our machines, so we're definitely going to need you. And you're going to wind up going with this one eventually. And back in here, so our machines are going to be set up right about here-ish, starting at 1. Where are my T's? There's 1. 2. Oh, there's our spout in there. So we're going to change that out eventually too. This whole spine's going to be changed out. I didn't have quite enough for that. We have the coins now with the turn into that sword. I just I planned it out. I didn't actually do the purchase. I was not feeling phenomenal. So we kind of half-assed it a little bit. Mostly I just want to get to those T-pipes. There we go. So there's a 3. Should be 2 more in here. Alright, well we can kind of place these because we know that they're going to go in front of the machine. And 5. I need 1 like that. One like that. 1 like that. And 1 like that. I was hoping that that would clear us out a little bit more space. Where the hell are the last 2 T-pipes? Don't tell me I didn't get enough. Oh my god. So don't mind me, I'm a little fucking special apparently. But that's okay. Alright, so I didn't get as much as I thought I did. Alright, now I don't know that we want to... Because ideally, we're going to have this be right here for our harvester. Which means that we are then going to need 1 in front. And then 1 to the side. So this is going to come down. Like so. And then we'll have a T there. Hopefully it lets me get away with this. Yes. So our machine will be here, so they'll come down and then get dropped into the harvester here. Sorry, I apparently didn't get enough of these either. I feel like this isn't going to work the way that I want it to. I don't know if we can get that to work or not, but we're sure as shit gonna try. Now the real question is, will it let me put a pipe there? It will. Just a slight intermission here, because I am not the brightest person in the world. It will in fact let us put that pipe there. The problem with putting the pipe there is we cannot pick it back up. So I Alt F4'd before it had an opportunity to save, so that we can put a proper pipe there and not one of the ones that we did. Yeah. Okay. So we know that this is going to go there. Like so. Which means that this is the pipe that we should have put there. So we're going to need another T here, just for the piping down in there. Ah, poop. Alrighty then. That should be a little bit better. So we know that we're going to need a T here, because we're going to have this coming down into this here. Specifically for this reason. So we need a right turn. That's going to be a conveyor. And then we need 1, 2 T's, 3, 4 T's. So 4 T pipes. And that should see us to completion for at least this section. And then we're going to have to change all of these over and everything all the way back there. This can go away. So I thought that I had gotten enough pipes, but I was incorrect. So we're going to have to go on a little shopping spree. Let's check on the gems before we leave. Oh, they look fine. How's this doing? Because it did have some time to generate. Okay, there's our 700. So we're good on that front. Now the other thing that we're going to need is, for the ring, we're going to need 2,000 Cloutium. So let's make sure that we have 2 grand in Cloutium. We are just shy. Hopefully we'll get it by the time that we're done with our current shenanigans. Now I have already pulled out the Cloutium that we need for the machines. So that is safe in the safe. Talk about redundant. The same for the core stone. So we actually have everything that we need to make these machines. And we're in the right spot to make these machines, so that's convenient too. So now the question is, do I try to buy the other pipes that we need as well? Or do we just go with what we have? With what we know that we need to finish the build? Because I would like to do that spine as well. Just so that we're actually getting tier 3 power back there, or tier 3 pressure. It's just because those pipes are tier 3 pressure, it's still limited by the fact that it has to phase through the Cloutium pipes to get back there. So we're going to be limited at Cloutium's cap. So do I have... yeah, we do have our coins with us. Alright. And we can actually, on our way, make a quick stop over at the farm. We should have enough with this last harvest to make our soup. Now we should be able to do 300 and 300. Yep, 463. Now, the downside, and the whole reason that we have these two separate like this for the drip, is if that heats up enough and you drop one material in, it will turn into soup. So for the 2 material soups, you don't want it on top of the flame. You know, it might actually be easier to do beets and then... don't you start with me. Nope. Nope. Oh, for the love of all that's holy. I don't know how to get it to behave. There we go. So that's going to cover our 300 and 300, which is going to give us 4,600 farm tokens. Do, 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 do. Soup. There we go. 300 and 300. Now before we go and turn the soup in, we've got the lobster in the back, but I also would like to get the ring done so that we can turn all of it in at once and not have to keep backtracking up and down. Okay. So the only achievements that I can think of that we have left are the ones for the relic cave, the ones for so by the time you get to the point that we're at, there's an achievement for 10,000 coins from the prospectors, which you'll get just for turning in that sword that we did. And then there's one for 10,000 of the farming coins, which by the time that you get the equipment that we have, and then the reward of 4,000, you will also hit. We did the one for the dropping coins in the well. We did the one for holding W and spacebar to make the truck go all nutso. We've run over at least 25 people, because, I mean, I target them bastards. Let's see, what else can I think of off the top of my head? We have the fishing rods. We're going to finish the castle quests. We've gotten a core stone ore from a drill. We got that with our tier 2 build. I didn't actually, but I will explain it again. I did explain it. The destroy 100 or scrap 100 items can be done through using corks, because they're only 15 a piece, so it only costs you about $2,000 to do it, which is super cheap. Just get 100 of them. That'll give you the scrap and the scrap 100 items at the same time. What are we missing still? The relics we're gonna do, hopefully today. Okay. Now we just need to plug in our machines. Nope. Nope. Yep. There we go. Oh, shit. I forgot all the conveyors that we'll need for this section. Oh. Alright, well. That's a thing. Take our, oops. Go get our machines, too. It's 5,800 for this one. Do we have our 2,000 yet? We do. We do. Just barely 700. Okay. I'm afraid I'll lose it if I just drop it. So we'll put it in a bucket so it's easy to see. So that'll get us done with the castle quests. The relics, we've already uncovered one. We have a pretty good idea where the other 3 are. There's actually, I think there's 6 relics, but you only need 4. So we're only going to get 4. We are going to get to play with some nukes. Oh, yeah, those are 2 more achievements. Setting off a nuke and setting off some TNT. You set them off the same way. I'm not going to bother with the TNT because the explosion radius is too small. But we're going to use some nukes to dig up some relics. So, when you set off a nuke, obviously you can't die in the game, but it sets off a very big explosion, and it will rattle your screen and stun lock you until the explosion is done. So rather than putting a switch on it, like I've seen other people do, I put that 1 second ticker that we use for our timer. That way I have a second to get away from the explosion radius, which with a real nuke obviously would not be enough. But with these being a game, it is actually plenty. Unless you're already in a crater, which some of them are deep enough that that is a thing. In that particular case... Why are you... Are you the harvester? You are the harvester, so we'll do the harvester first because there's only one. Did you guys stop bouncing? You did. So there's our harvester. Wait, no, no, no. No, it goes in the side. I thought it went in the back. I was let down. Okay, well, that's gonna change some things. Shit. Yeah, no, this has it coming in the back. That's not fair. Poor design. Alright, we need 5 of these. That's disappointing. That means we're going to have to modify some things. One. Okay, so here's our left. Here's our right. Here's our second left. Oh, that wall might cause a problem. We'll see how it does. We can always reroute around it if we need to. So, I mean, worst case scenario, we can actually pull it in one and just have it go this way. We'd have to add an extra turn, but we could totally do it. Should have brought the hammer back with us, too. Wonder what I did with the hammer. Is it already back here? No, it's not back here. Well, fantastic. Okay, so here's our drill. These really are pretty. I like that shade of red. Yeah, that's all 5 drills. Yeah, we're just going to need a couple of extra elbows for this to work the way that I thought. There. There. Problem solved. Unfortunately, that means that we're not going to be able to continue this line the way that I wanted to just yet, because we are now 2 elbows short. But in theory, if we were to grab a power brick, our tier 3 setup should be functioning. But yeah, so there we have it. Tier 3 setup. Fairly simple, just had to get creative at the bottom there. I got 2 more pipes coming off of pressure than I would prefer. Just remember we lose pressure per pipe, but it's still working like a charm, and those are some big chunks, so that's super cool. Alright, so let's go finish up our, well, actually. So that's one of the other achievements too, is making 100 grand in the stock market. So the way that we're going to do that is we're actually going to take... So this is 50,000 pounds of gold, and it's worth 1 million. Just the one brick, and we've got 4 more of them. So we're going to go ahead and let him heat up. This is worth 422,000. We're going to make a ring out of this and sell it to the jewelry stock market. And that would get you the selling an item to the stock market and selling an item for 100,000 at the stock market at the same time. But mostly, we just need the money. Because we're going to buy nukes, and nukes ain't cheap. Do you take rings? There's our jewelry one. Oh, wow. And they're up 8%, which means we're gonna get so much money off this. So yeah, that's definitely enough for both achievements. That's almost $1.75 million. We are rich beyond wildest imagining. And that's not even 1/5 of our wealth. That's not dipping into the iron. That's, yeah. That's only 1/5 of the gold. Okay, so I'm going to buy way more of these than we actually need, just because we have so much money, who cares? So we're going to buy... Oh, let's back it up a little bit more. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10. 10 ought to be enough. We'll buy 10. So that's going to be about 200 grand. A little more. I'm not ready to get on the slot yet. There we go. And then we need our detonators. Remember I said we were going to use these guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to get on the spot to actually pay for these. So yeah, about 250,000, 260,000, which barely puts a dent in what we've got. There we go. Then we can just leave our pan up there once we're done. So I don't know that we really need a pan anymore. There's your soup.
Thank you.
Sweet. Coins. Oh. Oh, yeah. This guy wants a 1.5 lobby. Have a 1.7 lobby. 1,200 coins that we don't need. And finally, the prince.
Require your services.
It's 2,000 Claudium and 700 Onyx. Oh, I guess he's the king. He looks like a prince, though. He's little.
Your father will love this.
There we go. We got the scepter. So any dig spot that you're in, you can single left click add dirt like you're shoveling off of a shovel. Except you don't have to keep digging up more dirt to put more dirt down. You can just spawn dirt that way. It's not very much, but it saves half the time of using a shovel. Like literal half time. With the rock back there. And the bridge. And in our coming down, we found this guy. I left him alone for just this moment so that we can show where every one of them, well, where 4 are, because you only need 4. Now the other one that I found, if you line yourself up with the edge of the rock and these plants here, and dig down, it was right about here. You know what, honestly, we're far enough from our machines underground, I'm just going to blow the bastard up. We bought enough extra bombs. It's fine. Boop. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, and there it is. Can I not get out? I can't get out, can I? It's too steep. It's alright, we'll just unstuck with it in our hand. So there's the first 2 relics. I don't know where the sword went. It's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Alright. Now for the next relics, I know there's one over where we have our farm too. If I recall correctly, that one's a little bit easier to find. So maybe we'll start with that one. I know there's at least one here. I think there might be 2 at this site. I just don't have any earthly clue where they're at. So if I remember right, this one's right down. So where this bit comes up off to the side. It's like right down here. I think this one was too deep as well. Okay. We did uncover it. Because there's one piece of scrap, there's a scrap shadow, and there's a shadow of something else. So we just have to wait for the fire to clear so we can see it. There it is. So yeah, the skull is fairly easy to find. If you look, this comes all the way out to the corner. So if you come over this way, there's a big bump that sticks up higher and further than any of the others. And it's right at the base of the slide from there. And then 2 down. So that one's not so bad to find. Now let's go back to blowing up. I think maybe looking up a guide for one of the other 2 locations is probably going to be a better bet than this one at this point, because we have cratered so much of this zone. And I see neither hide nor hair of the part that we are after. So, either maybe blow up. I mean, I guess you can use this as a good indicator of where it's not. But, once you've blown up into here or gotten the 2 out of Point Hope, I think it's called, in the southeast corner of the map, you would take all 4 of them, theoretically. Back up by the starting area, there's a cave about halfway between Ember and Burnscroft. That is where you will place your relics. Now be careful, because I botched my game, and it really upset me, because once you place them, you can't pick them back up. I wanted to put them centered on the platforms, and that I wasn't able to do so. And it made me sad, because I missed with one. But, so we would take these in here. And pay very close attention. Because, yeah, once it's down, you... Oh, now it's... Oh, it'll let me pick it up now. What the hell? It wouldn't in my other game. And then your 4th one will open a hidden doorway right here. That will give you a reward. And we have officially accomplished everything that I wanted to. We would have all, except for this piece, have all of the achievements. And, yeah, we have a tier 3 build, which is actually further than I got in my game that I was playing solo. We could finish off the piping, but I mean, we know what it's going to do. And all of the quests are done, all of the story part of the quests. We have our scepter, which makes digging a whole lot easier. So at this point, I mean, this is a sandbox. At this point, there's no real goals left. So yeah, that's where we're at. We've got tier 3, we've got all the fishing rods, we've got essentially all the achievements, less 1. And that one wouldn't be a thing to easily look up and find. So I think what I'm going to do is this whole Let's Play, I've talked about my single player game and how building here is so much different than what I had going on there, that I think I will load that one up and show you guys exactly what I had going on there. Obviously I haven't had time to progress it much at all since I started this, because I've been working on this. But we'll give it a peek, and at least you can see the reward that comes out of finding all the relics, to see whether or not you care. If you're not an achievement whore like I am, then there's not really a point other than to get a looks piece that you can't get any other way. So yeah, this is what we're looking at. There's the hammer. I put it away, which is of course why I couldn't find it. Yeah. It is super pretty though, to see the tier 3 all up and running. And then we've got them all linked together for efficiency's sake. Alright. So we will save and quit to menu so that I can pull up the other game. And I will show you guys what I had going on there. So we're going to continue with my normal one. And I did get all of the achievements in this game. Where am I? Oh, I'm an Ember. So yeah, my Ember Cradle setup's a little bit different here. I refined in our Let's Play. Because here I had them coming off the sides and it was not super easy to get to things. But I did no building in the forge area. Everything that I did was in Hope Point or something like that. I can never remember the name of the place. But you can see I've got a much bigger field here, although I didn't try with the lighting, because I didn't know that when I did it. So I've got a 12 by 12 going on here, with the same kind of platform, except carrots get stuck between those really, really bad. And this is so far away from our crafting area that I decided to make it a little more compact, a little better. The saw moved around, obviously. That's got a drip, and a drip for the pot. And then over here, that's my junk pile, and that's my fueling station. I have the quad. So the quad gets the short drip, and the long drip is for the truck. All my fishing rods, all 8. Fishing trap. My repair setup. If we come up and over... So this is my crafting setup. You can see it's very similar, except I have the, this goes all the way around, and then I have the gems here, so it's a little less efficient. Still have the same timer, just in a different configuration. And then if we come... here's my leftover nukes. So here's how I got all the stuff down there. So here's the tier 1 setup. And then where it comes out of this and turns and goes up, that's where I connected the tier 2 setup. As tight in here as I could get it. I can get a tier 3 and attach it to the back if I go down. I can't go any further that way though, because I started to run into bedrock right here. But this is what inspired the Let's Play, was just checking out the game and seeing what it had to offer, and I very much enjoy it. I think it's a great game. I can't get out, though, anymore, because I blocked this off after I kept falling down in here. But yeah, so this is what my original setup was, and why I went about setting up the other place the way that I did. I hope... Oh, this is what you get for finding all the relics. A treasure box. And it is worth... Where's my scale? I know there's a scale here. I just don't remember where. There you are. It's worth 68,000 hydro coin, which is chump change by the time you can get to it. This is a scrap bar, by the way. And the scepter. The scepter is what I used to flatten most of this. So this area was a pain in the ass to flatten, especially back through here, because there was a big trough here. But yeah. This is how I knew what would work in the other area, except building horizontal was a lot different than building vertical. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the series. If you have any ideas on what to play next, don't be afraid to comment, and I will see about picking it up if I don't already have it. And thank you for watching. If you learned anything useful, please drop a like, maybe a subscribe. If you enjoyed the content, the same. And we will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.